All right, let's talk about something I think a lot of us are feeling. What if you could take your AI coding assistant, and instead of it being just one helpful but kind of green intern, you could turn it into a whole team of specialized experts? That's what we're diving into today.
So you've got this AI coding agent, right? It's supposed to be this amazing tool. And it is helpful, for sure. But does the output ever feel just a little basic? Like it's good, but it's just not quite ready for prime time, not ready for production when you really need it?
I mean, the dream, right? The dream is to just type in a prompt and get a finished, beautiful, working product. But what's the reality? Well, it's more like getting a bunch of generic placeholders, code that completely makes up libraries that don't even exist, and it just falls apart when you ask it to handle a project that needs more than one skill.
And that really gets to the core of the problem. Most of these AI coders are generalists. They're kind of like a jack of all trades, but a master of none. They're pretty good at these small, isolated tasks, but they really struggle to pull everything together, to orchestrate all the different skills you need for a real, complex, ready-to-deploy application.
So that generalist approach, that's the bottleneck. But what if you could just give your agent an instant upgrade? I'm talking about a set of actual superpowers that turn it from a generalist into a true expert in specific areas. Well, that's exactly where MiniMax AI skills come in.
Okay, so what are MiniMax AI skills? It's a massive, and I mean massive, open source collection of 9 production-grade development skills. And when I say production-grade, that's super important. We're not talking about just spitting out some random code. We're talking about skills that follow structured, professional workflows, that use the industry-standard tools you're already using, and that deliver results you can actually deploy. These are not toys. They're designed to plug right into your agent and give it honest-to-goodness, expert-level capabilities.
And the best part? It plays nice with the tools you're probably already using. We're talking Claude Code, Cursor, Codex, OpenCode, so you don't have to tear up your entire workflow just to get this power up. It just slots right in.
All right, so what can you actually do with these skills? Let's meet the arsenal. We're going to take a quick tour of your new AI development toolkit, and this thing is built for the kind of real-world challenges we all face every single day. I mean, just look at this. The range of capabilities here is incredible. Each one of these is designed to solve a specific nagging pain point. Are you sick of writing boilerplate? Bam, you've got front-end dev and full-stack dev. Need to build a mobile app? You've got native skills for both Android and iOS. And it's not even just about traditional code. We're talking tools for creating shaders, making animated GIFs, and even generating professional business documents. It's the whole shebang. Okay, talk is cheap, right? Let's see these things in action. We're going to start with a classic, but honestly a pretty tricky developer task, building a really high-end landing page using the front-end dev skill. And look at this prompt. This is not just make me a web page. No way. This is a full-blown project brief. It requires expertise in design, animation, AI media generation, professional copywriting, and interactive art. Let's be real, a standard AI agent would just choke on a prompt this complex. So what does the skill do? It doesn't just vomit out a giant wall of code. It follows a deliberate, structured 8-step process. And check this out. Step 2, it generates custom AI media specifically for the prompt. Then you get to step 4, where it implements complex cinematic animations. See, this is a whole orchestrated workflow, not just a dumb code generator. And the key here is that it's using real production-ready tools. We're talking Framer Motion and GSApp for those slick animations. It even uses the Ada marketing framework to write persuasive, conversion-focused copy. I mean, seriously, how many AI agents can do that right out of the box? Okay, that's the front end. Now, let's crank up the complexity a bit. Let's talk about a full-stack, real-time application. This is where things get serious, where the architecture and the robustness of the system is absolutely critical. Think about it, building something like a real-time chat app isn't just about the code. It's all about the architecture. You've got to handle authentication properly, you have to manage WebSockets, implement solid error handling. It's exactly this kind of big picture, systemic thinking that makes most generic AI agents just fall flat. This is where the full-stack dev skill shines. It uses a mandatory workflow, which means nothing gets skipped. It actually starts by gathering requirements and making explicit architectural decisions before it even writes a single line of code. It then follows this strict checklist. It's this disciplined professional approach that actually gives you a truly deployment-ready app. All right, we've done heavy-duty front-end and back-end. Now let's switch gears completely and look at something more creative. Let's see how we can turn a simple photo into a whole set of animated GIF stickers. This is going to show you just how versatile this toolkit really is.
The GIF sticker maker skill basically automates this whole creative pipeline. It takes your photo, generates 4 different static sticker images, all in the same cool style, animates them into little videos, and then converts them into perfectly optimized GIFs. Think about that. A task that would have taken you hours jumping between different creative apps now happens automatically from one prompt. So we've seen these skills handle a complex web app, we've seen them handle creative media. Their power is pretty clear. So the natural next question is, okay, how hard is this to set up? And I think you're going to be pretty surprised by how simple it is. Okay, let's look at what you need. An AI agent, Git, Python, and Node.js. If you're a developer, I'm willing to bet you already have all of this on your machine right now. The other stuff is just optional for certain features, so the barrier to getting started is just incredibly low. And the installation itself, it's so easy. For Claude Code, for example, it's literally 2 commands in your terminal. You register the marketplace, you install the skills, you restart your agent, and that's it. You're done. All 9 of those superpowers are loaded up and ready to go. Now, using any one of these skills on its own is already a huge power boost, but the real magic, the real game changer, is when you start combining them to build out even more powerful and complete workflows. Just imagine this. You could use the full-stack dev skill to architect your entire backend, and then pipe that right into front-end dev to build a stunning cinematic UI that connects to it. Or how about this? You use PPTX generator to create a client presentation, and then with another command, you use MiniMax PDF to instantly generate a matching, professionally branded PDF handout. The possibilities here are just enormous.
You know, this is really about moving beyond AI as just a fancy code completion tool. We're evolving to a point where AI is an expert collaborator, a team of specialists that brings real production-grade skills right into your workflow. It's a fundamental upgrade in what we should even expect from our AI tools.
Look at it this way. This collection basically gives your AI agent a PhD in 9 different fields. So with all these new superpowers right at your fingertips, the only question left to ask is, what are you going to build first?